we've seen both of those players, how magnificent they've been throughout the tournament.
A very interesting match for sure, Sam. I mean, two very contrasting styles of play that we're going to have on the centre court.
Barty is again number one in the world and is dying for that Wimbledon title. She wants it so much.
Pliskova obviously had a fantastic match in the semi-finals, winning in 3 sets against Sabalenka, so she's on a bit of a high.
Welcome back, everyone, to Wimbledon Daily, and we have finally arrived to the big day. The three of us have dressed up for the occasion, and we are up women's final day at Wimbledon. We're also excited to bring you our predictions for the big match. And Jaya, coming to you first, it promises to be a cracker. Barty against Pliskova. Tell us a bit about the match and give us a little bit of an inkling in terms of how you think the match will go.
A very interesting match for sure, Sam. I mean, two very contrasting styles of play that we're going to have on centre court tomorrow, on Saturday today. And Barty is number one in the world. We've seen her get through the draw fairly easily. Pliskova obviously had a fantastic match in the semi-finals, winning in 3 sets against Sabalenka. So she's on a bit of a high. But it's going to be Pliskova that has to take care of her serve and then try and cause Barty a little bit of discomfort, try and finish points early on, because we know how Barty is so much stronger when the points last a bit longer. She has so much variation in her game. So it's going to be very interesting. But I do see Barty going through in 3 sets.
Oh, straight there, Jai, with that prediction. I like it. Niels, again, we've seen both of those players, how magnificent they've been throughout the tournament. I mean, Jaya mentioned it there. Pliskova's win in the semi-final against Sabalenka was really impressive. Tell us a little bit about your thoughts on that final and, of course, a score prediction, which our viewers are desperate to hear.
Yes, I'm going to have to say, I mean, Pliskova is an incredible player. When you look at the semi-finals, she was overpowering Sabalenka, which you do not see every day, considering Sabalenka is such a powerful player. When you look at her, she's just a powerhouse. She's built like a fridge, and somehow Pliskova managed to overpower and managed to completely dominate her. But Barty is, again, number one in the world and is dying for that Wimbledon title. She wants it so much. And as Jai said, I think Pliskova is maybe missing that sort of like, she's not as diverse as somebody like Barty, for example. Barty's got that lovely slice. She can drop shot. She's got that lovely volley and that lovely touch of the net, which I don't think Pliskova has, or has it as much as Barty. So for me, Barty is the more diverse player, the more complete player, so to speak. So I'm going to have to agree with Jai on that one. I say 3 sets to the number one in the world, Ash Barty.
There we go. And guys, how do you think the crowd are going to play a part? I mean, do you think they're going to be backing a certain player here? Can you see one being more popular than the other? We know on the men's side how popular someone like Roger Federer is. Jaya, what do you think? Can you see the crowd having a bit of an impact in this match?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the crowd are going to be slightly on Barty's side, just because she's the world number one and she's had so much success all over the world. So, yeah, I definitely feel it swinging in Barty's favour. But who knows, if it goes to 3 sets, I think it could be quite even, because they want to see a long match. They've come all the way to see some live tennis, which not many people have seen in a long time. So they want to see a great match. So they'll get behind the underdog if they're behind, and then vice versa. Yeah. So it's going to be a fairly even split, but probably Barty will have the edge.
Niels, what are your thoughts on that in terms of the crowd playing a part in the final?
I'm going to have to agree with Jai on that one. I think that's a very good shout, Jai. I completely agree with you. Ashley Barty, for me, is a bit like Roger Federer. She's just so classy. She's just so modest, and the way she plays the game is just absolutely fantastic. So it's basically somebody to look up to. I think the crowd, as Jai said, they paid for the tickets. They want the match to last as long as possible, which would make sense because it's going to be a lovely Saturday with Pliskova versus Barty. I think Barty's going to have the edge, as Jai said, just because she's the number one. She's just got everything on her side. But I think Pliskova can do some damage if she manages to get the crowd on her side. So I think it's going to be very close. But I think Barty's got the edge on that one. I'm going to have to say the crowd is behind Barty just because of who she is and her ranking and what she wants to do at Wimbledon.
No, great shout there, Niels. I mean, I think I've got a sneaky feeling about Pliskova in this final. I just think watching her against Sabalenka, she was so impressive. Her all-round game, her touch around the court. I thought her slice backhand was brilliant. And I've just got a feeling that Pliskova could take this in 3. I think it's going to go the distance. I mean, Barty has been brilliant. We know that this tournament. But I've got a little sneaky suspicion that Pliskova could end up winning at Wimbledon this year. So we will see what happens. We cannot wait for this match. It has flown by, Wimbledon, especially we were saying earlier, week 2. This week has gone so fast. We can't believe we're already at the final stage, obviously at Wimbledon at SW19 for this year. The match starting this afternoon, obviously on centre court. And we have to mention it. We mentioned it about the crowd just now, a full house as well, which is brilliant. So it's going to be some atmosphere at Wimbledon today. The 3 of us will be predicting the men's final tomorrow. That promises to be an absolute belter. So we cannot wait to bring you our prediction on that for the men's final on Sunday. As always, guys, if you are new to our channel, please hit that subscribe button. Make sure notifications are turned on. We've got on-court content to bring you. So once our Wimbledon Daily podcast come to an end, our double series, keep a lookout for that, will be resuming. We're also hoping to record on a grass court as well. And as these podcasts have been so popular, we are hoping to bring you some more with maybe some live stream commentary coming into the channel at some point, which I know all 3 of us are very excited for. We'll be back tomorrow in our obviously smart attire, ready to give you our predictions for the men's final. In the meantime, enjoy the women's final. It's going to be an absolute cracker, so make sure you watch it. Do not miss it. The 3 of us will be back tomorrow. As always, we'll see you soon.